The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
This is CNEagles.com. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier, alongside Carson-Newman head volleyball coach Dan Ahiers. Dan, we debut the 2015 Carson-Newman Volleyball schedule, a stacked slate for Carson-Newman this season. Multiple NCAA tournament teams line the docket, and we'll do it chronologically. Starting off with another marquee road trip. You head up to Michigan and the Laker Riverfront Classic. The host, Grand Valley State, made the Final Four this year. What do you hope to accomplish back-to-back years? You start the season with a big trip for your team.
Yeah, I think our trip last year to San Francisco, we spent 5 days out there, and it was less about the wins and the losses and more about our team really coming together, kind of experiencing something unique, just doing something as a team that they'll remember the rest of their lives. And I think it's the same reason why we want to do it again this year. Obviously, it's not California, but the girls are going to have a great time up there at Grand Valley State, and hopefully we get a lot of good team bonding in when we go to Chicago as well.
But still, for the majority of your team, minus Tina Hill who's from Lake Orion, probably most of them never been to the state of Michigan.
Yeah, most of them have never been there to the state of Michigan. We've got one incoming freshman that she's real bummed because she's from Chicago. And then, obviously, Christina Hill has been to Chicago a few times, but the rest of them are really excited about it, really excited.
You turn around and bam, conference play is right there in your second week of the season. Open up the SAC slate with Brevard and an NCAA tournament team in Lenoir-Rhyne. What's it like to have to get ready for some games that matter just a little bit more so early on in the season?
Yeah, it's interesting how our league is so big that we have to start playing those conference matches the second week. But it's also a good thing for us. Our league is so deep and our league is so strong that we can play a lot more in-league matches, and it really doesn't hurt our overall, conference strength of schedule or our overall strength of schedule. So I think it's a good thing.
Lots of NCAA tournament teams line the slate. GRU Augusta, you face them. USC Aiken, who you eliminated from the NCAA tournament last year. You face them, not to mention Wingate, Lenoir-Rhyne, Anderson, plus Grand Valley State. What was your goal lining the schedule with that many NCAA tournament high-caliber region teams?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think if you look at our schedule, we've got 8 teams that made the NCAA tournament last year that we're playing this year. It starts off at the Grand Valley State tournament. They're putting on a great tournament. 4 great teams that we have to play. Obviously, the marquee team there, like you said, is Grand Valley State. Like you said, they made the Final Four last year. They beat Wingate. If you can beat Wingate, you're a great team. And being one of the best teams in our league, we kind of take it upon ourselves to go ahead and stick up for the little people in our conference like Wingate. So we're going to go out and try to get a win against Grand Valley State.
You go through this schedule, it kind of sorts out funkily. You got a 6-game homestand after you open up the first couple weekends of the season, and then you're on the road for 8 straight games.
Yeah.
How do you work through those challenging long stretches, both at home and away from the friendly confines of Holt Fieldhouse?
Yeah, we get it's a good point. We get a great turnout here at Holt Fieldhouse. We were 7th in the country last year in attendance per game, which is a really cool stat. And not just the numbers we put in the gym, but they're loud, they're rowdy, and they're smart about the game. They know who to get on, they know what's going on. It's actually a really fun atmosphere. But like you said, everybody has to play a bunch of road games. It just so happens we have to play a bunch of ours in a row. It's probably a better thing to play them a bunch in a row, get them all out of the way, and then get a bunch of home games.
Dan, you think about it, last time out you faced Wingate, you beat them. Ended a 25-game win streak for the Bulldogs. Probably a little bit of pressure on this team this year. How do you respond to it with the schedule that you have?
I don't believe there's any pressure on this team. Every year you've got a different team. Every year you have strengths and weaknesses. This year will be completely different than last year's team. We have different leaders. We'll have different girls out there on the court. This team will make its own mark. We don't look at the past as a barometer of what we're going to do this year. This year will be its own team, and this year will succeed in what it does.
Dan, thanks for the time. Good luck this season.
Thank you.
Carson-Newman head volleyball coach Dan Ahiers on the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier, and this is CNEagles.com.